morning, good morning, good morning. So, I just want to take the time today to say thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me in the morning. I also want to let you guys know that I'll be doing a video today that is kind of like a touchy subject, and I just don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. I definitely am not trying to tell people what to think as I do this video, but this is an important subject in general, especially with the way that this world is headed. I'm very sorry, I'm looking for my brush. Give me just a second, sorry. I have a friend who asked me to do this video, and this is a get ready with me video, by the way. I forgot to put that in the description, so I may have to go back and do that. But I have a friend who asked me to do it's a light pink and a light blue makeup look. I have an adorable little band I wanted to put on today. This is so cute. So I find these cute little headdresses from like icing, but I'm not really good at putting them on. They're so cute, but this looks tangled, doesn't it? Let me figure this out. I got it. Don't really care too much for the band in the center, but okay. We're gonna try this again. That piece should go in the center. Where's what I'm let me back up my hair in a ponytail first. And then try to pull that down. We'll see. I wonder if maybe I should put a part in the center. Technical difficulties, guys. They're adorable. I have a bunch of them. I just never wear them. Never wear them. Alright, we're gonna try that. Alright. Attempt number 10. Maybe that goes in the part. This probably slides around to the back. Far down should it go? Okay. Alright, that's probably as good as it's gonna get. I don't know. And the way my head is shaped, I never can keep headbands on, so I doubt this will stay. Oh, and if you're new, welcome. I'm Lois. Make sure that you're subscribed. You hit the thumbs up button to like this video, and also the notification bell to get notified when I go live. Alright, my eyebrows today are definitely cousins, not even sisters, but we're going to get on with this. I have friends over on Facebook that love to watch as well, but don't do YouTube, so I'm going to take a second and get that live stream started. I always do a double live stream, so you may hear me speaking to people that are not really there, and I promise I'm not that crazy. I was going to say I'm not crazy. I'm crazy, just not that crazy. So, how are we doing today? Alright. This is acting super slow. I can't believe it's already almost 8 o'clock. I usually have started my video. I did some of my makeup off camera because I was watching something on TV. So,
Would you keep their
Okay. Now, let me just get this settled over here. Okay. Sorry. Just get this set up and going. You don't see any naked people walking around in the background. Sometimes my kids and husband will take a shower, and I've got to remember to move that. Okay. Okay. Alright, so let me go ahead and get the video shared. I don't know what that is. You know, okay. Well. You may know the score, but you don't know the story until you experience it. Alright, I'm going to share this video now into my makeup groups. The smartest analysis from the biggest names. Most compelling stories about the best athletes. I think to put it all together. Breaking news, team, and the business. So what the Patriots organization did not know about this as a
You can do so this evening as well, 6 p.m. Eastern on ESPN after PCI. Today, Aaron, David Boyd, Christmas program, right? Familiar? Yeah. We'll have more on today.
Just a second.
And after the NBA free agent dominoes to fall, 6 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
233 pounds in a 6-foot frame. You can wear that in a variety of ways. Saquon Barkley with the muscular routes, as I mentioned before. In this behind-the-scenes look at his turn in the upcoming ESPN body issue, you can see the back muscles that he used to carry Penn State last season. It's not a muscle.
Alright, I think I got them all. Let's see who's here. Let's see who's here. Christine, you're the first one here. Nicole, Brenda, good morning. Hey, Amanda. Hi, Judith. Hi, Trelonda. Thank you. Thank you. I like it. Hi, Sedona. Lori, good morning. Andrea, good morning, Nicole. Okay, so, yes. So, just to let you know, I'm going to start this video out letting you know, this video was requested by a friend. Let me invite them. When she gets here, I'll talk a little bit more about it so she doesn't miss anything. Okay. Hopefully she's awake. I know it's early. Thank you, Sedona. Are you leaving us already? I hate that I cannot do headbands because I always look, the little hairs are sticking out. Like, I can never get them on right. I try. I do. Good morning, Adam May. Okay. But this is super duper cute. I was thinking about selling it, but I was like, let me just wear it. If somebody wants it, though, let me know. But, anyway. I was watching something this morning, and I couldn't stop watching it. It was like one of those shows, like, I gotta watch it. Alright. Oh, thank you, Trelonda. Okay, but I just got done with brows, so we're gonna go ahead and pray. So, just bow your head and pray with me if you wouldn't mind. Just a little bit. Okay, just something really quick, okay? Because, I feel like I have to pray in the morning. I do pray a little bit when I get up, but, like, praying with you guys makes me feel really good because I know that sometimes you don't get it anywhere else, you know what I'm saying? So, let's bring it to you just a little bit. Yeah, I just got them done. I'm not got them done. I wish I could go get them done. I'm not that fancy. Alright, ready? Lord, we come to you this morning. I just want to thank you so much just for everybody that has been put in my path, Lord. People that come across and chat with me in these videos, Lord, and even the ones that don't chat, the ones that just come to watch, Lord. I know every single one of them you have brought for a reason, whether it's to put me in their life or them in my life, Lord. And I just want them to know how much they're appreciated. I just want to right now take the moment to thank you so much for just the opportunity that my kids had to be able to go to youth camp, and just to see the lives that were changed. We did 10 baptisms yesterday in service, and just to see these young adults come to know you, Lord, and to know that they are going to start living for you, not just to know you, but to live for you. That's just amazing. It really, really, really breaks my heart to know that there are people out there that still don't believe or don't take advantage of the fact that they can have a relationship with you, Lord, because there are so many blessings that you send their way and they just don't see it. They don't see it because they don't know you and they don't know to look for those things, Lord. Right now, I do need to ask that you please, there are some people out there that are suffering. They know who they are, don't have to say any words, medically, financially. There are relationships right now, God, that just need healing. So I'm praying for forgiveness for those relationships, Lord. There are people out there. I have a friend who was bawling her eyes out last night because of things she's gone through in her life, Lord. I just pray that you just touch her and let her know that she's okay to let those things go, Lord. To give them to you. Just to give them to you. Because things that happen in our life make us who we are. We would not be who we are without those things. And you put those things in our life, even though they might be struggles, to shape us into who you want us to be, Lord. And I know it's hard to see the silver lining when we have trials and tribulations, Lord, but I just pray for those people that have these types of situations just to pull what they can out of it, to grow themselves and to grow their families, Lord, to live for you. Lord, I want to thank you so much just for putting your healing hands on Nikki's grandbaby, who's doing really well in the hospital and in the NICU right now, Lord. I just want to thank you so much for that. God, we love you and we praise you in everything that you do. In Jesus' name, amen. Hey, Josiah. Thank you, Teresa. Hi, Miss Kathy. Hey, Jessica. Hi, Amy. Okay. So, alright, so as soon as Robin gets here, if she gets here, if she's not here by the time I start on the eyeliner, we'll start talking about why we chose this look today. Hi, Christine. So I looked and looked and looked, and I had to find. I'm gonna use my crepe finds for one of the colors today, and it's this shade right here. It is so sparkly and pretty, right here. Hey, Jeannie. So that's one of the shades, and then I'm going to be pulling from this Lucid Dreams palette, and there's another shade in here, and it's called Conscious. So it's going to be this shade right there. So, Space Jam. Girl, love me some Space Jam. Yes, ma'am. That whole soundtrack was good. The whole soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Okay. So, before I start messing with those colors, I'm going to go ahead and use a transition shade. So, it's just going to be something skin tone, so that way everything else will blend easier. Good morning, good morning. Hi, Samara, how are you? Alright, so just something skin tone. What is my skin tone? Okay, we're gonna go with this one and hope that works out. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, girl. Alright.
Really grateful that you guys were able to take care of my family while I was overseas, sir. It was my very first time to that.
Gotta see if the girls like it, yeah.
And the first thing they asked was, are you okay? They always think
Are your kids awake?
You start to.
So I'm using the BH Cosmetics 88 Matte Palette for the transition shade, which is very close to my skin color. If you need a matte palette, this is a really good one because it has like every color you can think of. Hi Catherine, how are you? Good morning. I forgot. I always forget to put the under eye primer on. I have got to do that. Hi Julie, good morning. I didn't tag her, but I did invite her. So we need to get her here. We need to get her here. I don't like the eye primer I used today. I used the Kat Von D Lock-It primer stick. Sometimes it's like super patchy and textured, and I don't like that. As soon as I'm done using that stick, I will not be repurchasing it. you poor thing. Your kids get up so early. So early. Thank you for sharing my video. So, Live with Lois. I do have a business page, shameless promotion. Thank you, Trelonda. I appreciate that. I'm no longer going to be doing raffles, just so you guys know, because apparently, and I just had to do some research on this. Somebody asked me the other day about raffles and if you had to have a license, and because it's gambling, and as far as I knew, you didn't. But just reading up online, I think that's probably best that I don't put myself in that position, because there are some mixed opinions on it. They said that Facebook is suspending some accounts because you don't have a gambling license or whatever. So I don't, like I said, don't want to be put in that position. So I'm going to not do them anymore. So what I'll probably end up doing is just auctioning stuff off, because I have so much stuff to sell, and I still have to be able to sell it. Just raffles are so fun. They're so fun. So many people have had a chance to like just win some amazing stuff for like $1. You know what I mean? So, but I do have stuff for sale on my business page. If you guys ever had, I think all you have to do is like the page, and you'll get notifications when I post something in the group. It's not a group, it's a page. Sorry, but it's called Live with Lois. I think it's pinned on my personal profile. It says that I could change my profile that I'm using now into a business page, but I didn't want to do that because I wanted to be able to share my lives into all the groups that I love. And sometimes they don't allow you to have your business page share. Hey Yvonne, good morning. How do you guys feel about auctions? Would you guys like participate in one of those? They're kind of fun. I've done live auctions before here on Facebook. They are so much fun. Hi, Brandy. Good morning. So I used a different foundation today. I used the Urban Decay All Nighter. Hi, Sherry. Good morning. The All Nighter one. I had a sample of it, so I decided to give it a whirl. Let me swatch this pink and this blue to see which one is actually going to show up darker. That is from the Lucid Dreams palette. That is like a beautiful palette. It's beautiful. Alright, and this is from the Grapevines palette. Alright, so definitely the blue. They're both beautiful and pigmented, but definitely the blue is. Yeah. I don't want to be caught up in all of that, so I'm just going to not do raffles anymore. I like doing them. I mean, like I said, they're so much fun. They're so much fun. Alright. Alright, so I kind of am hoping that this pans out. And if this in my head looks really pretty, so I hope this turns out okay. Yes, girl, I'll be there. I'll be there, Jessica. You know I will. Yes, ma'am. Girl, you got all these kids that are graduating and stuff. Ooh. I know, I have two 16-year-olds, so. I know, I was thinking cotton candy. Hey, Alisa, good morning. Or it's evening where you're at, huh? Let me move this down. Let's see, does that help any? Does that look better? I feel like I was like down in the comments. Alright, so let's see here. I'm gonna try this. Just bear with me, okay? Because I have a plan for how this is supposed to look. I just need to see if this is gonna grab like I think it will. Because this has glitter in it, and I don't know if it's gonna... It looks like it's gonna do okay. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and grab a different brush and start applying it. Don't let me know when y'all see Robin on here. If and when you see Robin. Can you see the glitter in it? It is so pretty. Good morning. Yes. Yes, Amanda. Yes, ma'am. Can you see if you can get a hold of her for me? Because she could be asleep, but she has so much good information that she could share. Oh, they're in mommy time. Yes. She has been up here before on my lives. So. Next May. So that's next year. Okay. In August. Alright. 3 girls, girl. Whew, I got 4. I got 4, so yes, I feel the pain. I feel your pain. Girls are so hard. See, the thing is about girls and boys is that girls like to have more stuff, but their stuff's usually cheaper. But boys like to have less stuff, but their stuff is more expensive. Usually. That's not true for every case, but that's for the most part. That's usually how it works. Alright, so this might seem a little strange to you guys, but bear with me here, okay? Bear with me. Hey, Patty. Your son graduates next May, too? Oh, all these babies growing up. And that's your baby, ain't it, Andrea? Okay, so she gets her pictures in July. You're done. Sure. We've heard that before, huh? I said that before too, and then I ended up having Sophia. I'm like, nope, no more babies. And then I was like, oh, I gotta have a girl. So we had Sophia. If I had her first, we wouldn't have had any other kids. She was terrible. She's awful. A PlayStation 4. See, those are expensive, but at least you can get it all in one shot, right? Yeah. Now you guys are like, what are you doing? promise it will make sense, okay? Just bear with me. I'm trying. I feel like I need to foil this, but I really want this glitter to stick. I'm gonna have to call Robbie. Just call her. Like, yo, you need to get on here, chick. Chickadee. 8 nephews. Holy cow. $400. Girl. You better be washing some dishes. Wow. It is but hey, when your children graduate, you guys, that is a blessing. Oh, good job. Yes, yes. See, you did smart. Something smart. You shopped on Black Friday. But you know, you're lucky you did get it because some people showed up there and didn't even get one because they were sold out of everything. It looks like if I use more of it and blend it in, it works. Instead of just dabbing it on. Which is weird because normally you get better pigment if you don't do that. I'm going to go back in and blend the edges when I'm done. I just need to build this color. Like, it needs to be nice and bright. Okay. Becky! Oh my gosh. Becky, look at her butt. Oh, prom is very expensive. Listen, if you can get your stuff for prom early. You're watching on YouTube too? I think Amanda's over there. You don't know how much it helps when you guys watch on YouTube. It helps a lot. When you're watching me over on YouTube because of the watch hours, I need them so bad. And I haven't been doing YouTube last couple of days. Yesterday I was in a hurry. So it helps a lot when you guys do go over there. Okay. Okay. This might be the wrong shade of pink, but we're going to have to make it work. Look, this is from, you're interested to see? Got you glued, huh? Hi, Hope! I feel like I haven't seen you on here in forever. Miss Lowe in the house.
He's in the second year. Great second year player. Is there a second year player of the year award? Maybe we should go back. Instead he's up for rookie of the year. Back in the Mitchell for Pat Honor. And our NBA Expos.
Get out. See, I need to go there for shopping then. On Black Friday. They don't even let you in the store until the whatchamacallit. You gotta wait in line out there. And then they'll block off certain sections of the store too. Alright. I cannot wait for Because to come out with some bright colors because I will buy every single one of them. Alright, now that I got glitter all over my face, pink is my favorite color, I ain't gonna lie. Pink is my favorite color. Oh, I need to start singing that song because it's my favorite color. Alright, I feel like I still need to sharpen up this edge just a little bit up here. Oh, thank you for sharing the video. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I am going to blend out these edges, so don't worry. Don't worry. Hi, Ashley. Alright, so now we're gonna put this up for right this second, and we're gonna play in some blue. Ooh. Hey, Diane. Yeah, I appreciate it. When you share my videos, it helps other people to discover me. That wasn't see me. You know, but if we're in the same makeup group, I already share in those groups, so you won't have to share there. But like if you share it on a friend's timeline or on your personal profile, it really helps. You did pink today too? Did you post a picture? Alright. This is shimmery, it just is not glittery. There's a difference. I don't think I did take a picture at all. Then I went off to work and didn't take one. So naughty. Aw, Liana's so cute. Hey, your pictures look so good yesterday with your makeup done. I was like, dang, look at Miss Stephanie. Looking like a model, girl. Alright, that's not laying down like the grapevines one was. I have a lot of fallout. Alright, let me use a sponge brush for this. Let me use a sponge brush. Yeah, Amanda did your makeup? It looked really good. I don't know who did it, but it looked good. Yeah, there's so many people that are against letting kids, you know, play with makeup or whatever, but yes, it looked really good. It is right, you give them the brush, but the problem is when I give Sophia a brush, she comes over here wanting to dip it into my palette. I'm like, girl, you better get on out of my palette. But, she did it. Yeah, she had a lot of patience. Thank you. Thank you, Ashley. I am definitely. I should have probably used a pigment primer because my pigment primer, or used at least a glitter primer or something, because it definitely is not holding up like I want to. You learn to have patience when you have a Riley. I definitely have glitter all over the place. I'm feeling so glitter fabulous right now. Let them dip into the translucent, yeah. Yeah, teach them young because you don't want them to grow up and then not know how to use makeup and then they go to put it on and you're like, girl, what did you do to your face? Looking like somebody done run you over and then put you back in the box. These little sponge brushes are amazing. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Nikita. Good morning. Hey, Anastasia. YouTube's messing up. It doesn't look like it's messing up for me, but I mean, I'm not saying it is. It's not. I'm just saying. Good morning. I mean, I believe you and all, but alright. Yeah. Good morning. I feel like that's not really sticking like I want it to. I'm fixing to have to wet a brush and put it on. Oh, that's so much better. There we go. Yeah, you've been acting a little bit lately. Usually it's Facebook. I'm gonna have to use, because I foiled this, I'm gonna have to use something else to blend that color in. Probably have to veil it with like a brown color. I'll probably just use a concealer and sharpen up that line when I'm done. I just need to get this color flat because I feel like, I don't know if you can see how patchy it is. So like, I needed to foil it so I can get a nice even application of the eyeshadow. And plus it makes it brighter. The pink didn't do that. It was just the blue. No. Heck no. No and no. Why would you? You better get on out here. You are fired, fired, fired. Never, ever, ever wish that on me. No, ma'am. We're done with babies. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. What's wrong with you? Hello. Okay. No, that's not what we're doing. Girl, get me all worked up. What's wrong with you? Alright, so I'm gonna take, I have so much glitter. This glitter everywhere's. Everywhere's. Alright. So I'm gonna take a brush. I need a stiff brush. I'm gonna use this one. Alright. So I'm gonna blend out this edge. Yeah. Yeah. Becky is fired. Fired. You have been voted off the island. Do you see the difference now with it blended out? It looks a lot better. I didn't look at it yet. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Ooh, I like your pink. Very pretty. It looks very glossy. Which pink did you use? I like it. It's really pretty. Oh, before I start touching that blue, let me get the rest of this pink. It's a firm blender brush by Lavish is the brand. I don't know if you can see that. This is Lavish on it. It's called a firm blender. You just want to make sure you're using the tips of the brush. Rose Heather. Hello. You see how some of the pink is starting to get patchy now that I blended it away. I might have to go in and use some rose water on that one just to fix it. I got moisturizer on my lips and now it is doing its thing. It looks a lot better now that I blended it. Now I'm going to go and blend the blue. I did foil the blue, so hopefully it'll blend okay. I might have to, let me use a smudge brush. Hold on. I'm using the Lucid Dreams palette, the pressed pigments, and then I'm also using the, one of the colors from Crate Finds. I don't know what color it is. I'm not wearing it to work now. Just keep blending, just keep blending. Okay, I blended it now. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Oh, it's on your lips. Is that what you used? I think I'm just gonna blend the outer edge too. No, it's oh, why is it reflecting? It's some sports show Joe had on before he left. It kind of blended the blue up and into the purple. The pink, I don't like that. I'm gonna blend this edge right here. I was gonna maybe conceal it and get a straight line, but I don't think I'm gonna do that now. It doesn't look too bad. Okay. I am not blending the line in the center, and you'll figure out why in a minute. Let me pull out this other palette. And I'm going to foil the pink because it's just like disappearing on me. I don't know if you can see how patchy it is in the crease now. I use that blending brush and it just like, a lot of it just disappeared. It's gone. It pieced out. It was like, goodbye. Alright, so I'm going to rose water up my brush and I'll wipe it real good because I have that bloom on it. Alright. I hope I don't regret this. We're gonna do this together. Figured it out. Hi, Karen. Alright. Here we go. Oh, that's actually pretty. I like how it picks up the glitter a lot better. I do like me some Family Feud though. The headpiece, I'll sell it to you for $5. You want it? You gotta pay for whatever shipping might cost. I might be able to. Should be $3.50 for shipping, I think. Because I know how much did I pay for this originally? I just took the tag off of it actually. Yeah, originally it was $16.50, but I paid $5 for it. I have other ones, so just give me back what I paid for it, and then pay your shipping, and you can have it. Sometimes I pick up two. Like if I can get them for an even better price, I'll pick up two. But I didn't get a better price on this one. Even though $5 is not a bad price at all for something that's normally $17. But they didn't have them for lower like I like. I try to catch them when they're lower, but I had to get it before they didn't have any more at all. I have some really pretty like feather ones and stuff too that This is the only one I got that has pink on it though. The rest, none. I don't have any other pink ones. Yeah, I have like some blue ones and. Alright, so I just gotta go back in and brighten back up. I wish Robin would hurry up and get here and grace us with her presence. Homegirl's all sleeping in like that's allowed or something. She and her man has been looking for houses lately, so she's been wore out. So I used rose water to intensify this. Rose water works wonders on your metallic shades. I mean, look how it just intensified that glitter. Do you see it? It wasn't that glittery before I started it. Hi, Karen. So, or before I foiled it, I'm sorry. Before I foiled it. Before I started it. Hello. Alright, so for under the eye. For under the eye. Alright. I had a brush. Alright, I think I'm done with the foiling for right now. I'm gonna use this brush. Yeah, the glitter is so pretty. That's actually in the eyeshadow. It's like that. You know, a lot of times you can get, and this glitter is all over the place. I'm like sparkling everywhere. The thing is about shades with glitter is that a lot of times when you put them on your eye, they don't transfer or stay. So if you use something like a glitter primer in place of your eyeshadow primer, or if you use, what else can you, just foil it or something, a lot of times it'll help make that glitter stick. Because you really kind of don't want to have glitter all over your face like I got. I didn't use a glitter primer, but I should have. What kind of glue? Lash glue? I wouldn't recommend using lash glue. Because, lash glue can be really difficult to get off sometimes. Yeah, the glitter primer. The glitter primer. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to use the blue now. We're going to go on the outer edge with the blue. right.
They're experts in a fresh television, a special IRS program that will save you thousands if you qualify. Optimus resolved over $500 million in cash back and will fight to get you the best deal possible. Call for a free consultation.
For your free consultation, call 1-800-627-6089.
ESPN FC Russia update is brought to you by Heineken. Open your world. Enjoy responsibly.
They kind of blend it up into the blue you already got up there. Alright, so I'm going to take a little bit of that smudge brush, and just blend out the edge around the bottom. I have so much glitter everywhere. I should have just done a luminous look. Like luminous foundation, luminous everything. Everything. But, you know. Me and my oily skin. Alright. What do I want to do next? I need to do a brow color. Hold up. Yeah, you know what? The picture on YouTube is a lot better. Yeah. That's more like a shimmer. No, this is glitter. That's got glitter in it. It is definitely glitter. Thank you, Karen. But the blue is shimmer. The blue shimmer. Alright, so I'm going to use, this is an almost white color. I'm going to use that in the brown today. It's almost white. And the reason I'm going to use almost white instead of more like a skin tone shade, like a nude, is because I want the rest of these colors to pop, this blue and this pink. So I'm going to use this shade. It's so close to white. So close. And then I'm going to blend that in right around the edge. Okay. Maybe apply just a little bit more white. Shelly, get a hold of Robin and tell her to come here. Like call her or something, because this is for her. She asked me to do this. I haven't even talked about this look yet because I was waiting for her. Again, I'm just using the edges of the bristles. I'm not squishing the brush onto my face. Shelly, are you there? Are you there, Shelly? I see you there, but you're not saying nothing. You're not saying nothing. Alright, I think I'm done with these shades, but I'm not completely done because there's something else I need to do. I love these palettes. I love. Okay. Look for something. She's not active this morning. Somebody needs to call her. Alright. I think I need to do this. I'm gonna pull. Let me grab my fan because I'm gonna need it. Hush. Pikachu, hush.
Patriots this season because of their 4 leaders from yards from scrimmage a year ago. Rob Gronkowski is the only one on the roster for this coming season. Brandon Cooks, Dion Lewis, Danny Amendola, they're all now former Patriots.
In baseball land, an unexpected homer for me. The playoffs were through, and Harper is not slumping anymore. That's going to start. The Phillies had to ask. Bryce Harper has not really been a fan of a hustler and slumping. That's not going to be a slump anymore. No, that's a double for Harper. Hair is on point. Harper actually had 3 doubles in this game. And what are we calling Daniel Murphy now? Murph-Dog. Thanks to Randy Arata. Nationals win this game 8-6. Murphy not slumping.
Okay, hold on.
Harper not slumping as well either. Giants and Padres. Hunter Pence. His 11th career walk-off since 2007. That's the second most going in baseball right now. So it's a loss. Giants win. 3-2.
And make sure it's dry before I open it, because it'll transfer and it'll like mess everything up.
We've had sweep this season. I mean, they have done this sweeping, but they have never been swept. Danny Echeverria, given the home field advantage, knows how to play this one. That's all the sweeper. That's also a line ball in play. Going was like, I mean, I don't understand how that's actually in play, but we're going to go with it.
Okay. The only thing I don't like about these NYX eyeliners, well, that kind of messes up, don't it? But that's okay. When I close my eyes, you can see it. But the only thing I don't like about the NYX eyeliner is that sometimes it like starts to crack, and that kind of sucks. But yeah, well, the line is a little off, but I'm gonna do something that might help with that.
Since that day, the Dodgers have been the second best team in the majors. They're also the best team in the National League since Turner's return. They have a 25-11 record. They've also closed flat games in the NLS since Turner's return.
All due respect to Anthony Davis, the NBA MVP awards go to either James Harden or LeBron James. And all due respect to LeBron, it's going to come.
Okay.
The fear proved there was enough to win after the addition of Chris Paul and his Scoop Jackson. Harden, they had the best season in the history of the Rockets. Every year has been something else. Any him. Best player in the NBA regular season now to be recognized as the best player in the NBA regular season. Yeah. Say hello to Harden.
Alright, I hope that's dry. Alright. Trying to be creative here. I'm thinking. Thank you. Alright. I need something. I'm not seeing it. Alright, hold on. I know what I did. I moved it. Hi, Morgan. Oh, they're right here. Durr. Okay. Thank you. Hopefully I'm not going to mess it up.
Locks it up. An MVP type of year.
Harden has now handed nearly half of the Rockets' points this year. And for that, this season Harden has had 4 times assists per game numbers. He's on his only the second player in Rock history to average 30 points per game. Now, that was only 5 games. One Trey Curry used the L with free throws made and made goals. Something that has never been done by anyone in NBA history. Look,
So I put a little gold. It looks so much better on the other one. Yeah, this is the one I got from Walmart. Yeah, you can see it so much better in the other in the other video, the other camera.
History says James Harden can only clear out some space on his mantle for that MVP award. There have been 4 previous instances of a player averaging 30 points on the 65-win team in NBA
This one
history.
dries a lot
And the
faster.
MVP award went to that player every time.
Yeah, the one on I have the better camera over on YouTube, so the video is way better over there.
Join Team One. Netflix includes the whole thing, so you can get lost in space in your own backyard. Or get poked up for a grand entrance. 42 lets you watch your favorite movies and shows.
Let me fix that before it dries.
Get Hulu offended by Netflix audience. And right now at T-Mobile, buy one Samsung Galaxy S9 and get one free. Pizza Hut always had the $7.99 deal you could get delivered.
Okay.
Buy no anywhere else.
Hi Robin. Hi Cassie. Hi Natalie.
They get your favorites delivered. Large 2-topping pizzas just $7.99. Order online now. One more way, no out pizzas.com. Tomorrow is going to show up. It will surprise you. Challenge you. Test you. Tomorrow will show up. So will you. The all-new Ram 1500. Let's kick the Ram 1500. Now get an average $6,750 in total values on the all-new 2019 Ram 1500.
Thank you. Much better, Morgan. Yeah, much better. You can see it a lot better over here.
Your she shit's better, Cheryl.
You know, that big, I'm getting a new t-shirt.
Now, if YouTube freezes up, hang tight because sometimes it reboots in the middle of the video. It'll come right back up. Good morning, Kathy.
Stay fun. Deserving is an expression of human intelligence straight to your table.
I have to do a couple of coats of this gold because it's not as vivid as the white, and plus I'm putting it on top of the other colors and it kind of is getting lost. Looking fancy today. There's a purpose behind this look, and somebody had asked me to do a pink and blue look, but she's not here. So I'm waiting. Hopefully she'll pop in and I can explain it. And what it's about. I wish she would hurry up. She has a lot of great information on the matter. Oh, Facebook is acting up now. It's reconnecting. It might just be my internet connection. Sorry, guys. That's what somebody else said, something about a gender reveal. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not gender revealing nothing. Thank you very much. But yeah, that would be nice. The headband, I got it from Icing. Yeah, any of these headbands you guys see, I sell these. I buy them and resell them.
Q is one of the signature parts of Everybody has an equal opportunity to get it. The commitment that people make says all you need to know about them. Introduce the championships. Memory. Live exclusively on the
Okay, I have other ones too. I do. Yeah, the comments don't lag over here. I might be doing my auctions over here on YouTube because the comments don't lag like they do over on Facebook. Comments lag so bad over there.
New York City, the X1 voice room. Just say Jurassic World to watch the trip. Then say get tickets for local shows on Sunday. Only with Xfinity X1.
Huh? What does that mean? Sorry. Was that typed right? I don't know what that means. Alright. We're gonna use the Pretty Vulgar eyeliner. I make it fancy at the bottom. Oop, I got stuck in there. Fancy on the bottom eyeliner too. We'll have to see. Oh, got you. Okay. Depends on how thick you're dealing with. If you are comfortable with those blades. Oh yeah, yeah, it's crazy. The lag is so bad. They have all kinds of like little not face trimmer, but hair trimmer things you can buy now. And one of them is those like little blades you can buy. Those work really good. But if you can find one that does like a really close shave or even tweezing and stuff, has worked, but it's got to be patient with it. Waxing. You can do home waxings at home. Hi, Rosalie. Okay, yeah, laser hair and styling has some good wax. Yeah, she's wanting something permanent. Hi, Tawny. Yeah, $10. That's a good deal. Really? I didn't know that. Oh, thanks. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, and you know what? I have an electric one that I use because I have like these random hairs. It's like they grow in like around here and like around my sideburns, and so it's an electric one. I pay $20 for mine, but thank you. Sugar wax, I've got to try that out. So I hate shaving my legs so bad and my pits. I feel like I have to do that like every day. But yeah, so but yeah, those little razor things. But I have an electric one too, And because your foundation goes on so much smoother if your face is smooth. So much smoother. So I found that shaving, my husband's like, you're gonna be so hairy. I'm like, no, because I'm always gonna shave. It's so hard being a lady. I have no clue. These men have no idea what we go through. They can look scruffy and nobody will care. They'll be like, oh, you look so manly. We get scruffy and they're like, oh, you look so manly. Like, I don't want to look manly. Oh, goodness.
Starting at midnight, billboards across America will be popping up in NBA cities. Hey, LeBron, help me doesn't bring
I'm thinking. I get these hairs like right here on the tops of my cheeks. So those get shaved, and I get right around my sideburns. I'll get that stuff too, and even like around here, I still have. And I get random ones like right up here too. It's so weird. Yeah. I was gonna get really fancy with this eyeliner and do eyeliner under the eye too, but I feel like I'm gonna ruin it if I do that. But I do want to take this gold. Yeah.
What else you got? It's 114 degrees in Phoenix right now. It's LA, but he'd probably rather protect that other locker room in Stakers. I see what you did there, Denver. I get it. But should we pronounce it Joker? We are.
Exactly. Listen, we all got some little problems. There's such taboo to talk about like hair. Oh, are you hairy? Girl, we are human. We are all hairy. It's okay. We got a little bit of mustache. Listen, if I let mine all grow out, I would have a thicker mustache than Joe. Like I literally, when I was a kid, if you look at my pictures, even as a little girl, like I had a mustache. It was bad. And it was dark too because my hair is so dark. And I eventually started tweezing and then eventually stopped growing as thick. So I still do tweeze, and it's bad because I don't want to shave that part and then it end up looking really thick. But if you tweeze, eventually you'll start pulling them out of the root and they don't grow back as much. And mine has really thinned out since I've been doing that for, gosh, well over a decade. Probably longer than that. And it's more than Peach Fuzz. I mean, if I stopped, I probably would look like full-on man. That would be bad. Crazy. You'll be like, who is this dude on Lois's live? That would be crazy. It must be genetic. Must be. Alright. Oh, let me take this off because I don't want it to... I should have did that before I put this on.
No matter what, it always comes back to family in the lab. If this were to happen there,
Watch me not get this back on like I should, like I have it. I never can. Okay. That's done. Alright. And now I moved my highlighters up here. Let me see. Just pick that out of here. Let's go with the gold one today. Yeah, all my boys are like, they have man stashes and they're not even men yet. Well, Matthew didn't. Matthew's not that hairy. like that. It's pretty.
See those drones in the air? That's awesome. Basically,
She's still not here. The Robin I was looking for is still not here.
don't take it from us.
Okay. So, listen, this is going to be a really touchy subject, okay? So, the reason that the pink and blue is, if you guys have any gay friends, okay, listen, I'm Christian, okay, and I know the taboo, I know what they say. I don't really care about any of that, because at the end of the day, who are we to judge anybody, okay? We're not any better than the next person, because at the bottom line is, sin is sin. Okay, so if you sit and say somebody is sinning or somebody's sinning, blah, 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 until you can claim that you're perfect, you got no reason to sit and accuse anybody of anything. The bottom line is God said that we needed to love everybody. Love everybody. It's not our place to, I guess the best way to say it, it's not our place to segregate people because of what they do. You know, I know that this is Pride Month, and Pride Month is for the LGBT community. I have a friend named Robin. You guys may have seen her on here, Robin Hamby. Robin is trans. Okay, I had to educate myself on this matter before I did this video. So she asked me to do this a while back. When I say a while back, I mean it's been like 2 weeks. And it took me some time because I needed to look it up and because see, listen, because I am Christian, I have a lot of Christian friends, and this can be totally frowned upon because, and I just wanted to make sure I had information to share with you guys before I went live with this, okay? Yeah, and there are people, listen, we're all people. It don't matter if you're born boy, girl, black, white, purple, alien, a cat, a dog. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? We're all, God put us all here. We're all put here, and we all have a purpose and a reason. Now, what I didn't know was that the difference between being trans and dressing up in drag. Okay, so I learned. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys some facts. Okay, while I finish my makeup. So what I learned was that just because someone dresses up as a woman does not mean that they are trans, okay?
You shouldn't be rushed into booking a hotel. With Expedia,
PCOS.
booking a flight unlocks discounts and select hotels until the
Okay,
day
just because they dress up as a woman does not make them trans, okay? There's a difference. And see, we are so quick to say, oh, that person is dressing up like a woman, so they must be trans. Or, oh, look at that tranny. You know, there's so many words that people use, and they don't realize the pain that they cause other people. You know, just because they dress up as a woman, it does not make them trans, okay? So that is drag. There are some men that I've found, even doing this research, that will dress up as women because they like drag, but they're not gay. They don't like men. They just like to be feminine. And the crazy thing is, like, they just like feminine things. Now, that's one thing I learned. Another thing that I learned was that being trans can be medically diagnosed. What do I mean by that? No, I don't mean mentally diagnosed. When there's a difference, there is a difference. Okay, so I had to look this up because when I was told this by Robin, I was like, let me look into this to find out, okay? Exactly. Okay, so here's the thing. When you say medically diagnosed, and hear me out, okay? When you were conceived, when I was conceived, you know the whole thing about the XY chromosome, blah, 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 blah. Okay, everything's developed in the womb, okay? And I know how they say God doesn't make mistakes. That's true. God doesn't make mistakes. And we are all individuals for a reason. Sometimes we're not happy with what God has given us. And it can cause issues like depression. It can cause issues like body dysmorphia. It can cause issues... there's so many issues it can cause. Okay, so when somebody is born that is considered trans, that can be medically diagnosed as trans. What that means is when they were conceived, and this is all from what I've seen, so I could be wrong about some things, I could be right. This is just what I've done as far as research or read. When they're really trans and not just a cross-dresser, they are their brain when it starts to develop, when the sperm and the egg are combined, they start off with an XX chromosome. We all start off as women, even if you're a male in the womb, until it's the man that determines the gender. So when the sperm fertilizes the egg, he either gives you, it either stays XX or it's XY. So there are things that happen in the womb that we can't explain. Medical deformalities. Sometimes babies don't make it. Sometimes the babies are so deformed that they abort themselves. Sometimes their hearts don't form properly and they have to get surgery to correct it. Sometimes they have spina bifida. Sometimes they're born with the cleft lip. Sometimes babies are born with their intestines outside their body. So, there's so many things that happen. Well, in a trans baby, and I say baby, they are born this way. It's not nature versus nurture. As much as we want to say it, it just isn't. And I used to think that until I've had to educate myself. It's not nature versus nurture, because if it were, why do children that were never exposed to this trans? You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Tiffany. So, and they don't even know what it's called. And what it is their brain never switched to the male, with the male portion of what was supposed to develop. So their brain stayed female. And that's what happens when you have one that was born male and becomes female. And I don't understand the whole science of it. I've only been able to read pieces here and there. But what I've seen is they have done studies and they've taken pictures of the brain of women and of men, and women's brains look different from men's, and which is why we operate different. We have different personalities, we have different processings, things are different for us. That's why we're so emotional and we like dainty things and whatever, so it's just feminine to me is not necessarily. John McClane said it best, and I wish I could quote it just like he did. Feminine is not really a gender thing. Feminine is a perspective thing. So when you like feminine things, they're dainty and soft and pretty. If you like masculine things, they're burly and strong and things like that. So for someone to say you're a woman, so you should be feminine, is not true, because maybe you prefer things that are masculine. It's just a preference thing. Now, when it comes to the brain, when somebody is born trans, they can't control how their brain grew. That's not how it works. The thing that saddens me is that a lot of these people suffer from severe depression because they are born with body dysmorphia, because they feel like their body parts don't match how they feel inside. Hi. So the way it works is, let's say somebody was born with a cleft lip, okay? So here people are so quick to say, oh, God made you male or made you female. Listen, I understand all of those things. I'm not arguing over any of that stuff. But I'm going to say, let's pretend you have an individual, a friend that a friend who had a baby, and the baby was born with a cleft lip. And we're so quick to say, God made you this way, so you shouldn't change it. But then, if the baby was born with a cleft lip, we're okay with changing that cleft lip to make them beautiful, to make them happy, to make sure they live a life that matches how you see them, which is beautiful. And we change things. We change our weight through surgery. We change our noses. we get boob jobs, we get all these things to make us feel better, to match how we feel inside, to feel better about ourselves. Well, when they are actually medically diagnosed as trans, that's what they're doing. They're trying to make their body match what their brain is telling them what they feel. And, we're so quick to make exceptions for this or that or this or that. When it comes down to it, I would prefer that somebody be happy with themselves before trying to commit suicide. Like that, until it directly affects you, you can be so quick to judge. Like, what if that were your child? You know, That's okay, Christine. You can go. So that's the thing is that we're so quick to say, you know, um, it's okay to have corrective surgery whenever your hand, like, you chop off your hand. Oh, it's God's will your hand got chopped off, but people are sewing them back on. And I know it's not quite the same thing. You're completely changing your appearance. It's completely changing your appearance, but if their brain was made that way, I don't see how they can fix that. It's not necessarily. I don't know. I'm not doing a very good job at explaining it. This is just from the stuff that I've read. I would prefer somebody to live happy. Not all of them are flamboyant, and because there's some stereotypical. Trans people. They're stereotypical, and there's so many times people will label somebody trans that is not trans, and so people in the trans community that I've seen and read about are unhappy about that because they feel like there's such a stigma to be trans when they just want to live as they just want to live as a woman, which is what they feel like they are, and they could if they were given the support that they need. So it's not like they're trying to go out there and like just trick a bunch of people or whatever. I mean, it's more for themselves than it is for other people. I don't know, I can't explain it, but from what I've heard is they don't, even though they can be medically diagnosed as it being a condition, they don't get the medical support that they need to fix the medical condition. So even though we can go out and fix a cleft lip, they can't go out and get corrective surgery for themselves so they can be their authentic self. I say authentic. It's there to them. It's authentic. And, I'm trying so hard to explain it. I don't know. I know I'm going to get a lot of kickback on people that just don't understand this or don't agree with me. That's okay. We can agree to disagree. But listen, hate isn't going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get me anywhere. And the bottom line is we should support each other and love each other. I mean, I'm not saying go out and pay for somebody's corrective surgery or any of that, but just emotionally, you know what I mean? Can you imagine, I don't know, maybe you woke up one morning and you had this pimple on your face, and as the year went on, it got so huge, and you were so unhappy with it, and everybody talked about it, and it was uncomfortable. People would stare at it, and didn't matter what you did, you couldn't make it go away, and it just made you so unhappy. And thank you, Sarah. And so it made you so unhappy, and that you could have surgery, but because it's not a medical emergency and it isn't life or death, your insurance isn't gonna pay for it, and they're saying it's gonna cost a lot of money. And then you have people telling you, well, God gave that to you, so you should keep it. It's just to know that you're alone in it and nobody supports you because it's not happening to them. Is hard, and that's why they suffer from depression so much. They don't. Yeah, they don't have the money. That means they have to stay. Exactly, they have to stay the way they look, and listen, if I didn't have makeup, and this is kind of where I related to, if I didn't have makeup, and I know I shouldn't do this, but makeup makes me feel pretty. That's what makes me feel pretty. I can put makeup on and go out for the day. And for for those right, exactly. And so that's what I'm saying. We're not all going to agree, and that's okay. At the end of the day, um, we just need to love everybody. It doesn't matter, I'm not perfect, and I have people that love me regardless of my mistakes, and you know, I don't want something to come out of my mouth that would make somebody feel like they'd rather die than live here on earth. Do you know what I mean? Um, I do understand that there are a lot of issues politically um, about this. Yeah, Sarah, I know. I'm sorry. It just does. But, there's so many issues politically revolving all that. And I'm not a political person. I don't really talk about any of that stuff. I'm a very personable person. Thank you, Cassie. So that's where my heart comes from. It comes from that aspect of it, and just knowing that there are genuine people out there, okay? And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the issue is. It could be about race. It can be about race. Um, there's so many people out there that can't stand another race other than their own, and it could be because somebody of that other race hurt them in some way. They're not all like that. It could be somebody that don't like somebody of the opposite sex because somebody has hurt them. They're not all like that. It could be just whatever. Somebody doesn't like dogs because they got bit by a dog before. They're not all like that. So when you think of somebody in this aspect, because there's such a taboo around being trans, if you look at the stereotype that people put out there about people that are trans, you draw an opinion based on what you've seen, which is the stereotype. And what you don't realize is there are so many trans people around us that you don't know is trans. You would never guess was trans. That are beautiful, that I wish that I looked like. Could only wish. I mean, listen, don't judge somebody so quickly just because of the taboo or the stereotype or whatever. It's not cool. It really isn't cool. There are so many stereotypes out there, and why put a label on somebody before you get to know them? That's just what I'm saying. Don't put a label on somebody. And listen, if you don't agree with them, they're not going to listen to you if you come at them with anger. If you come out of them with hate spewing out of your mouth, they're not even going to give you the time of day, because it's no longer are they going to listen to what you have to say. They'll listen to how you say it. So it's not about what you say anymore. It's about how you say it. So if you have something that you feel is loving or has a valid point, they're not going to hear you because you didn't speak to them respectfully, lovingly. I mean, there's so many ways to put it, but you just have to keep this type of stuff in mind. Get to know somebody first before you just decide to put them in a box with other people or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So there's my little spew about, and so to know where the pink and blue comes from, the gay flag is rainbow, but the trans flag is pink and blue. So that's where this look came from. I know you guys were wondering, but that's where it came from. I'm not saying that I am, I don't know how the best way to say it. I'm not like lobbying. I'm not like lobbying for the trans community or anything like that. I'm lobbying for to treat people as humans, everybody. Power of words, right, Andrea? Exactly. Yes, yes. So I'm lobbying that you need to, what if because it is LGBT month or whatever, if you see somebody like that, get to know them before you decide to go to school for psychology. Equality, there's the word I was looking for. Yes. Exactly. You know, because I can't tell you how many times I have been picked on for about makeup, even from my own husband, because I enjoy makeup, and you know, people will they sometimes people will just pick at you just because they're unhappy with themselves. It's like, hey, if you go put makeup on, maybe you'll feel better. You know, that's what makes me happy, so that's what I'm gonna do. And even though it's not a permanent change, it makes me feel good. You know, makeup is all about making yourself feel good. And listen, if somebody feels like doing something, listen, it does not directly affect you, a stranger to do something that makes themselves feel better, which could bless somebody else in the end, because they feel good about themselves. They can make others feel good when they interact with them. So yes, Kathy, exactly. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight on that. And I didn't know this, but I found out that people from the trans community some of them want to be separate from the LGB community. That's just from what I've heard. Like they want their own set because it is a medical thing and not a just a like a preference thing. Right. And listen, I have a gay aunt and a gay uncle, and I don't love them any less. And you know, we can sit all day and preach about what's in the Bible, and blah 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 blah. Which, don't get me wrong, I love my Bible and I love the Lord. But He also teaches us to love one another as we love ourselves, and we wouldn't treat ourselves like that. Hi, Kathy. You know, we wouldn't treat ourselves like that. We just wouldn't. Oh, thank you, Sarah. You're so sweet. Yes, exactly. Thank you for pulling that one up. That's exactly it. Yes, yes, yes. We all have things that we need to deal with, and some of us can make it happen, and some of us just can't. But the way I feel is, if you can feel good about yourself, you're able to make other people feel good about themselves, because you have this, you'll have this energy that just flows from within that you can share with other people. And if you're unhappy with yourself, when you're around other people, that comes out too, and so then they're gonna feel that from you as well. So just keep that in mind. You can't look at somebody and just go, well, why can't you just be happy? Why can't you listen? if something if they can do something about it to make themselves happy with themselves, you know, then just spiritually, like emotionally, just support them in that. If they're able to make it happen, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that it was important for me to hear that it was a medical diagnosis. Um, that was important for me to hear, and about how the whole brain thing. There are videos on YouTube that you guys can look up. I wish I had the links for them. Robin sent them to me. She's the one that gave me a lot of this information, but she gave me links to support what she was telling me, and I watched the videos. They are very, very, like, eye-opening, you know. But yeah, so my point is, at the end of the day, guys, at the end of the day, just love each other, and that's all that matters. And just know that there is a difference between someone who dresses up and someone who is trans. There is a difference. I don't know all of the differences. I just know that being trans can be medically diagnosed. That's what I know.
In the 12, Yankees won tied at 6. The Yankees bullpen, pretty much fundamental. 8 innings of work, not a hit allowed. Tracy Shreve in the game. First pitch from Shreve, Jake Fowler.
And my husband is calling me.
He's been in the major leagues since June 7th. It's June 25th. That's his second home run. This one is an off-team. Catering hit for Braves win 7-6. They sweep the Yankees. It's the first Yankees walk-off loss and their first 3-game losing streak of this season. The streak is in fact 3, and the Yankees have been the only team without a losing streak this season until Tampa happened. Up next is Philly tonight, and it starts a tough stretch for the team. They have Philly with the Red Sox. Braves that we keep this in mind. The Yankees have the best record in the major against teams that would currently make the playoffs, and the Phillies, Red Sox, and Braves all fit that bill.
She is. You know what? If you saw a picture of Robin, you would not even know that she was trans. You wouldn't. You would not even know.
In the National League, taking on the Mets. We're not going to touch on their record, but the Dodgers are trying to beat the Mets for the 12th straight time. It's a streak that dates back to 2016. First back of the game, Enrique Hernandez. And that's just the third pitch of the game. And Ben is not coming back. All right, so you start with Ben. We're going to put a counter up. Top of the screen. Dodgers solo.
All right, trying to get these lashes. All right, I'm gonna put some lashes on and do some lips so I can get out of here.
2-0, just like that. She's in. And it's 2-0. Let's go to the fourth inning. That's a comeback. Time this thing at 2. Cody Bellinger at the plate. And Bellinger, you know, a lot of times when it comes to adjusting his shoulder, activation off an injury, it's like a galvanization. Yeah, which may not be a word. But you know what I'm talking about. For this Dodgers team, and I think it was when they pulled Bellinger from the scene. Remember they benched him early in the game for not hustling? They woke up Bellinger. This full team takes a 3-2. Hernandez again in the 6th. Another solo home run. So this is now 4 solo home runs and we're tied for it. In the 7th inning, John Hughes on the spoiler. It's a solo home run. But look at where this lands. Look at
Did I lose everybody? They're probably like, I'm getting out of here. This lady is crazy. What's she talking about?
3 5 home run games in City Field. That's more than the Mets. In 735
All right, let me put these highlighters up. You know, those aren't even half my highlighters. Look, these are only my ones that are circle shaped. Oh, these are my circle shaped highlighters. Isn't that funny? I organize them by what they're shaped like. I got a box of square ones, and then she's beautiful. She really is. Girl can do some makeup too. Yes. All right. I was gonna do something else with this white eyeliner, but I'm done. Done with eyeliner for the day. All right. I need to do something with these lips. I am not doing blue. Forget that. No blue lips. No ma'am. I do pink and gold. Pink and gold, huh? That would be pretty. I'll do like a matte pink with the gold. I do have an extra one of these like color change things. Color charge. I'm selling one of these. I have another one, so I'm gonna use it so you guys can see what it does. I need a lipstick first of all. Alright.
With Expedia's app on advantage, booking a flight unlocks discounts on select hotels until the day you leave for your trip. App on advantage, only when you book with Expedia.
Tired of wrestling with seemingly impossible cleaning tasks? Using wipes in the kitchen and sprays in the bathroom can be ineffective.
Good morning.
Try Mr. Clean Magic Eraser with Durable. Simply add water and use in your kitchen or in your bathroom to remove soap scum and on walls to remove scuffs and marks. Mrs.
There's really not another pink lipstick.
First Swipe or Top Kitchen
I don't think this one
Use
is.
Mr. Clean
I
now.
have to find one in here. Pink, probably pink, and I'm gonna do pink with a gold highlight on the lip. Kind of match the eye a little bit. Hopefully something I said today resonated somehow with your perspective and has helped out. Hopefully it'll give you the urge to want to look that information up that I gave you. And you're going to have people on there that disagree with the science. You're going to have people that agree with the science. You know, you're going to have people that will try to encourage it or discourage it, and that's okay. Just remember, at the end of the day, this message was about love more than anything. And this message could go for anything. Like I was saying, race, gender, age, anything.
This is the time to get an exceptional offer on Mercedes ever Mitsubishi teams at Mercedes-Benz Summer Event. Going now. Receive up to a $1,250 summer event bonus on select SUVs.
Just because you're a dog lover don't mean you can't love a cat lover. Okay, I'm just saying. Cat lovers are people too.
Finishing a close third for the championship last year. Can Valtteri Bottas capture another race for Mercedes? And taste champagne again at Austria's demanding.
Alright, we're getting somewhere.
Austrian Grand Prix coverage presented by Modest Polish Sunday at 9:05 a.m. on ESPN. The IRS got the better one. The director money will take it. They can take your paycheck and bank account too.
Yeah, I'm squeezing them with this, but I'm more or less like kind of pulling them around a little bit too. But I go in with my mini curlers, and those really press them together and curl them up out of my eyesight. These are really what presses them together for sure. I don't know how I ever did falsies without these. Alright, let's do some lips. I still haven't found the lipstick. I might have to use one that I...
You may know the sport, but you don't know the story until you experience coaching. The most comprehensive class anywhere.
Alright, so... What is this?
The smartest analysis from the
Is that the same color? Does that look like the same color? Maybe we'll try that. This is a crepe finance one, so maybe that is the same color as the pink I have on my eye. Alright, let me find a lip liner that matches that. It almost looks mauve-ish. That is mauve. Okay. Are they the tiny ones? No, these lashes are the same ones that I've had. I'll use them till they tear up, then I'll open a new one.
Friends of the program. They're going to have more of a debate with Robert James Butler for MVP, plus Brian Whitmore on how the NBA free agent dominoes could fall. Sports Center, 6 Eastern on ESPN and ESPN.
You know, if games.
Are you a Family Feud fan?
It's really entertaining right now. And that's what got me into the Kardashians normally on the flip flop.
Yeah. Well, you combine the Family Feud with the Kardashians and one outweighs the other. Well, yesterday we
Hey,
had
go ahead and take Moses out.
a special NBA edition with Curry family,
He probably needs to go out again.
football family, so Steph and CP3 locked
Facebook is frozen. Is anybody else frozen over there on Facebook?
If a male stripper was nicknamed Popeye,
Yeah, sometimes it acts up.
in my I feel like he's got a little more risque way. Oh, absolutely. It didn't used to, the Ray Collins was doing, like, didn't used to be that. And then,
Hey, Sam.
Santa the Fire Outfit was responsible.
mine rated on Rudolph, so.
Good morning. Facebook is not frozen over there for them.
Not happy. Because Aisha is a potential Hall of Famer. The family feud, she said, dang, you can tell I didn't like that answer, maybe I came out of my emotion. That's a terrible answer.
I actually liked it. I know.
But the picture is better over here on YouTube anyway, so stay here.
So, yeah. Second strike. Yeah, what? Come on.
Okay. So that's pretty close to the color of the lipstick I'm about to put on. This is the Crepefine's lipstick. I think it was the same color as the eyeshadow. They had the same name. Mauve Unicorn. It does dry down really matte, too. It smells good. I like candy.
Name something, Chris, that might be a day old. A new job.
New job, food, a baby. What are the other two items?
Okay.
Shave, like a beard? Yeah. Stubble. Haircut. Vacation. There you go. Step 6 points for fast money. Let's see.
Each woman might say it's a perfect age to get married. You said 30. Survey said.
Put the mic pretty on. Aisha was looking like a beach. She got 194 points in her questions.
Okay, we're almost done. There's an echo. Alright, so as soon as that dries, I'm going to use this color change stuff. Like I was telling you guys, I'm going to put, I don't know if I did already put it up, but I know I have another one I'm going to be selling. Alright, I do have it unopened, but this is a really pretty, like a highlighter for your lips. It's really weird to say that, but it does change. It's a color charge by Revlon, if you guys have seen these. This one is the color holographic. It's really pretty. So I'm going to swatch it. You can use this for your eyes, lips, wherever, but if you can kind of see it on my finger, but it's really pretty. It reflects off those different colors or whatever, but I'm waiting for this lipstick to dry. Oh, I rubbed it together. I didn't do that. As soon as this dries, I'll be able to do that. I'll be able to do it. Yeah, I finally got all my lipsticks put into one bin, and I separated them. These are all my lipsticks. They're all standing up. See them? I went through them. I have a whole jar of ones I'm going to get rid of. And they just sell them for literally like 25 cents, 50 cents, or $1. It just depends. Well, good morning, sleepyhead. You're going back to sleep? She said, going back to sleep. Oh, this lipstick is still not dry. Come on. Come on. I'm trying here. It's like, hurry up. I'm trying. I'm going to go ahead and just put it on. Alright. So I'm just going to use my finger. We're going to dab it on. What, Sophia?
Because he is hugely important. Of the 4 leaders for the Pats, in yards from scrimmage a year ago, Rob Gronkowski is the only one on the roster this season. Brandon Cooks, Deion Lewis, Danny Amendola, they are all now house coaches.
In baseball, an iconic
use my little brush because I can't like control it with my finger.
This is not fluffing. Get 3 done in this game.
It's called lip strobing.
Let's make it stick. Harper's hair still stuck. Now left off. More damage. The Phillies were up by 1. Then they lost 8-6. Left off. Yep. What do you think? Giants and Padres.
Okay.
The Padres
We're done.
on a double-decker tour bus. But that's
Still matte. It's still matte, but and it dries down. It's dried down, so now it's not gonna move. But these are so pretty. Just to do a little bit of a highlight. I love this. Oh, thank you. Out of all the faces I've done, or you mean out of the people you watch? Either way, thank you. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this and you learned a little something. But I do encourage you guys to look up the stuff that I talked about and just to learn a little bit of something about our fellow human beings.
June 7th. It's June 25th. Rockwell Homer,
Okay. Yeah, Joe and I were talking about going to do an adults only thing anyway. We were talking, and he said, oh, thank you. So he was talking about maybe seeing, he said, call them and see if they can get a babysitter and just the adults come out, but we'll see. But I gotta get off to work, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Mwah. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye. Hey, Val. Bye, Val. Thank you, Sarah.